Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Melissa.
And it is time for our 2019 annual report.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
This is the time once a year where I go through the spreadsheet and take a look at how the collection has changed and grown. And we reflect on our participation in the retro community and all the expos and everything we did.
Cartridge Club. Yep. Okay.
All right, so let's get the fun part out of the way, at least for me. That, of course, are the stats on the collection. Not sure what to say about it again this year. We're kind of trailing off in the growth of the collection to historic levels. We had a big jump in 2013, and then it kind of it almost looks like an exponential decay.
Are we like going into a depression?
we're going into a recession.
A recession. Okay.
If you look at it, we're down to only 6% growth. Last year we were at like 9 or 10, and then going back even further, we were up in the teens, and then the 20s, and then as high as 44% growth in 2013. So we're back down to like what we were in the aughts.
Okay.
So looks like a little bit of a recession is coming up, but collection grew. It still grows. All we've done is we've slowed the rate of growth.
Okay.
The collection's not getting smaller.
No.
It's just growing at a slower rate.
Not like we got rid of a bunch of stuff.
No. We did top 3,000 games.
Oh my goodness.
And I actually, one of the big things I did in 2019 was change the way I calculate the games that are in the collection. And a big chunk of games, which were the games with gold for Xbox One, which go away if you lose that account. I decided to take those out of the collection.
Okay.
So we barely topped 3,000, even removing all of those. I think the total we had in 2019 was 168, 170.
Wow.
So not too bad.
Yeah.
But we are definitely pulling back a little bit. I also want to mention, I did this last year too. I think the collection that grew the most, again, was the Atari 2600.
Oh,
if you've been watching any of our pickup videos, you'll know that I'm grabbing tons of Atari stuff. Not quite as much as last year.
Okay.
That would have been remarkable because as the collection grows, the percentage change of the collection has to go up even more. You know, the number of games you have to get grows even more to keep that percentage the same. So we were at 48% growth of the Atari collection.
Wow.
So yeah, last year we were at 52. But we still bought more than in 2018. We still bought more. We went from 117 to 173. And I bought a lot of Atari games at the various expos we went to. And that's where I got them.
Yeah.
I got them all at the expos we went to. So we'll talk about those in a minute.
That's a lot of Atari games.
Yeah, it's a lot. And actually, Atari now, I think it might be the third biggest. I should have looked at that. It might be the third biggest. The 360 is pretty big, and the NES is pretty big. Sega Master System dropped a bunch because
there's a limited amount, and
there's a limited amount for the US. So it used to be up near the top, but now it's sliding. So maybe I'll put a ranking up of the sizes of each of the collections. But Atari was another big gain. It's so much fun to collect for because they're so cheap.
And we're already starting 2020 off.
That's true. Yeah, we already started 2020 with a bunch of Atari games. In fact, I think with the exception of one ColecoVision game, all I have so far are Atari games. That's going to change in February.
Okay.
Some stuff's coming in. But anyway, all right. So that's it. Anything else you want to say about the stats of the collection?
No.
I think that's most
the graphs say it all.
That's right. The graphs say it all. All right. So we mentioned the expos.
Yes.
Tell us about the expos we went to.
Well, we we always do the swap meet in January, and then there was Collets.
We did do Collets.
You did Collets. I didn't do Collets.
Little did we know it was the last one.
Collets, yes. Yeah. And then it was the summer, and that was the C3 2019, which was held in Pennsylvania. over the weekend of Too Many Games.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
So yeah, that was exciting. That was our first time out to Too Many Games, and we brought our oldest with us, so it was just the three of us, and that was a nice little vacation with her.
Yeah,
and we got to see a bunch of our Cartridge Club friends, and so that was amazing. You know,
that was.
The expo was good. The expo was really good.
Yeah,
There's a lot of stuff there. It was a pretty big expo, but you know, it's always the socializing.
Oh yeah, I was hanging out.
So yeah, so that was cool.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. So that was in the summer, and then of course in October.
Yeah.
Is PRGE.
PRGE, our local.
Yes.
Our local expo.
I mean, you can never go wrong with PRGE, even if that's all we did all year. So again, that was awesome. We had some people over.
Yeah,
house.
Some Cartridge Clubbers came over, yeah.
And we had a dinner, and we hung out over the weekend, and so yeah, it was almost like a mini C3, but there's like 4 or 5. 4, 5.
Fewer people came because we all met at TMG. So and PRG is further away for a lot of people. So
that
maybe we should say PRG.
Yes, maybe we should. Go ahead.
The C3, the Cartridge Club Con 2020, is going to be at PRG.
Yes, and it's in the summer.
Yeah.
It's on August 13th through 16th.
Sure.
I think 13th is Thursday, so.
It's the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the middle of August.
Yes.
Yeah.
Friday is getting together day, and Saturday and Sunday is the expos plus getting together.
Okay.
So
yeah, big expo there. That's always a lot of fun. And then we ended the year with another Cartridge Club event.
Yes.
The yearly, annual, I don't know how many years they've done it. 3 or 4 years? 3? The annual charity live stream.
Yes.
Where the Cartridge Club community gets together and live streams all manner of games.
It's like 50,
for 50 hours or something.
50 plus hours.
From like Friday to Sunday afternoon. And we participated in that.
Yep, it's for the Extra Life.
Extra Life charity.
That's the Extra Life
Children's Hospitals. Yeah. So we participated. We had I think we had a pretty good time slot.
Yeah, we did. We got lucky with our time slot.
We had some nice donations come in, and now we're on the hook now for a year's worth of weekly videos, the QDawg House videos, because of the promises made during the live stream.
Because Mama Round 2 Gaming was amazing in her donations.
Made amazing contributions. So that was a lot of fun, and this year, or 2019, was especially noteworthy because we broke records. We broke contribution records.
Yep.
And much of that's thanks to everybody, and of course, Mrs. Round 2 or Mama Round 2 Gaming. Okay. Any other events that we did that you want to mention? I think that's it.
That's all.
2019 was a little less. I don't think we did as many expos as we did in 2018, because in 2018 we went to Midwest.
Yes, and we went to Game On.
And we went to Game On.
Yes.
So I think we were just one less because we went to too many games instead of Midwest, and then we didn't get Game On at all.
Yes.
All right. So that's always a lot of fun. We've been to quite a few different expos now around. We've never been to MagFest.
Yeah.
We've never been to Retropalooza.
Right.
And then there's some other ones. I think there's one in Missouri.
Yes.
And there's Southern Fried Gaming Expo or something, a smaller. I think that's in the Southwest.
There's another one in Texas too.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know what they are.
I don't know.
I can't keep track. And the ones in California we've never been to. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so then in addition to that for the community, we were on a number of podcasts.
Yes, we were.
Which we're going to plug.
Okay.
Go back and listen, I guess.
Plug them.
Let's see. You were on...
I was on Film Dango Rom-Coms.
Rom-coms.
Yes.
Romantic comedies.
Romantic comedies, yes. And I was on With You.
That's right. We were on two together.
Bonus Barrel with Seiji, and he does an interview style. Those are really good. And he
introduced some heavy hitters and us.
And he asked us to be on.
Yes,
and we were like,
don't know why.
wait, are you sure? No. So we were on that.
Must have had the prime guest canceled. So we were the backup. Anyway, that was fun.
Yes.
We were on that together, right?
Yeah. And then there's a new podcast, and kind of under the Cartridge Club umbrella, called the Quicksave Club.
I think it's new in 2019.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, they started up in 2019.
So the Quicksave Club is, PC gaming, And I think it was their second game, right?
No, it was further in. Let's see, it was the fourth game.
Oh, fourth game, okay.
In July.
All right.
What was the game?
The Secret of Monkey Island.
Classic.
So it was
one
classic.
of my favorites.
We had both actually played it before, and so we played it again, and we were on the podcast.
We chatted about it.
Yes.
Lots of good times. Lots of good times. As Kevin says, good times.
I think you were on a few others.
So yeah. So then, in addition to that, I got to participate in both not only was I on Quicksave, I got to participate in a Prime Shenmue.
Oh,
Shenmue 3 came out in Did it come out in 2019? It must have.
Yes.
Came out in 2019. I decided, well, I may as well play the first one for the first time. I'd never played it. So I played that on the Dreamcast, and they invited me to talk on the Shenmue podcast for CC Prime. And then later on, I think it was in September, CC Portable did Nano Stray 2. And I happened to have that game, and I think Curtis was looking for some guests, and I said, yeah, I'll do it. I love shooters. So I was on that. And I think that was the month Kevin was on every podcast.
Oh,
so I got to be on each of them at different times. Kevin got to be on all of them all in the same month. But I did Nano Stray 2. And then my brother and I did our annual Rick V Day podcast in July. I can't remember what we talked about. I think we talked about some of the games. And then I also got to be on Fandango 118.
Oh.
And that was because Kevin wanted to talk to me about my opinion of Three Amigos. So. Anyway, lots of good podcasts. Those were a lot of fun participating. And of course, fun. I think... I think those were this year, so we'll have to wait another year to mention that we were on some STC Pod. We dropped in. We'll mention that next year. Okay. All right. Okay, any other community comments? Lots of fun with the Cartridge Club, as always. Events, podcasts, playing games.
There's a Discord channel you can join in. We talk about all kinds of things. Game of the month, just journal stuff. There's some movie talk, VR talk. All kinds of stuff. There's Quicksave Club Discord. There's a,
I don't know. There's all kinds. There's forums. There's Discord. There's Twitter.
CartridgeClub.org.
There's YouTube.
Yep. So.
All right. So we should probably talk about some games.
Okay.
So our hobby with gaming is twofold. It's collecting, and it's playing.
Okay.
And sometimes it's more collecting than playing.
Yeah.
But as part of the collection, I always like to talk about my favorite pickups.
Okay.
And so
for the whole year.
For the whole year. What are some of my favorite pickups for the whole year?
Okay.
You've got a stack there too.
Yep.
How do you want to do this?
Well,
should I start because I got a ton?
Your stack is bigger.
I know. I got a ton of favorites.
Stack.
All right. Let's do. Let me do this pile first.
Okay.
I'll start with this little guy.
Okay.
What is this guy? Well, this is my. No.
That? Oh.
It is a. I happen to be, after too many games, I was cleaning like 20 or 25 Atari games.
Well, you got like 50 last year.
Yeah, they all have these. Many of them have these locking doors, and they're kind of hard to open. I was thinking, well, wouldn't it be great if you could make a little jig that you could open up the doors? And our friend Hodge, Nintendo Hodge, and his wife
on Instagram.
Pell. P-L-L-E. I always forget the number.
Yes.
She does 3D printing, and I mentioned to Hodge, how about you print out one of these little jigs and we can open up these things? He's like, yeah, sure. So they did that, and they sent me some, and I love it.
And they sell some.
And they sell them. Warp Zone.
Warpzone.ca.
That's right.
So you can get some for yourself to clean your.
So I use this now. I use this all the time. Yep. Opens up the cartridge, clean the contacts, pop it out, boom. So that was neat. This is neat because it became a reality. It was an idea. Those guys made it real. All right, let me do. Let me do one more. Let me do this one.
Okay.
Since it's in my hand. This was right at the end of the year. It was almost disqualified. That's right. Because I technically didn't get it until January, but it arrived in December. So this is the Super SD System 3. This is a what do you call it? A replacement for Turbo or PC Engine CD-ROM drives. You can play games and CDs off of an SD card, which is fantastic. I had some credit that I could use to get this. My Turbo CD drive just died.
Yes, it
no
did.
better timing. Grabbed this guy, so now I can continue to play East 1 and 2 on Turbo CD right off an SD card. Fantastic. Love it. Love it. All right. Why don't you do
One.
Why don't you do one?
Okay.
One. Yeah, one. Yeah, one.
Okay, so which month was this?
Oh, this was one of the portable game of the months.
Yes.
It was April.
Okay, so this Thor for the Nintendo DS was the portable game for the month, and I kind of wanted to play it, and for some reason we didn't have it, and so I was like.
For some reason, yeah, I can't imagine why.
I was like, hey, I kind of want this, and so I went online to Amazon, and they still had it new for
like $11, $12 or something.
So
yeah,
I just bought it.
Yeah.
And so I did it, and I played it. I tried to play it within the month, and I got stuck, so I didn't finish it. But I did play some of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
and
So you bought that on your own.
It's still in my DS case, you know.
Yeah.
Like so that I could play it. So yeah. All right.
Let me do this guy.
Okay.
This is something that I kickstarted. Came in. I can't
Is this like the
remember
only
when.
thing you've ever kickstarted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because.
Because when you kickstarted it, they were already
it was
at the
already
level where they were going to make it.
It was already at the level where they were going to make it, so
yes.
I kickstarted it because I knew that it was going to be done already. And it is the Sega Master System Visual Compendium by Bitmap Books. I have the NES one, and I just pre-ordered the Atari one.
Yes, you did.
So these guys have a great product. I love that they did the SMS.
It's just beautiful.
I'm meaning to do a video about this. I guess it's been out for like 8 months now.
Yeah.
I could never think of a way to do a video that hadn't already been covered. But if I ever do think of a way to do a video about this, I'm going to. So these are fantastic, high quality stuff. Really glad to have a Master System one. And I've become a fan of some of the other ones. Like NES, Atari. I might get the Super Nintendo one. If they do a Genesis, I don't think they have a Genesis one. Mm-hmm. If they do, I should probably get that too.
Yeah, you should.
All right, why don't you do both of those?
Both?
Yeah, just do both.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Together.
All right, because I did get them at Christmas.
Yeah.
So these were Christmas gifts. So you got me Burger Time Party.
Yeah.
So you know how I like Burger Time. So now they have this one on the Switch, and it's a fun little game.
Yeah. And we bought it because it's co-op.
Yep.
And we played it during the live stream.
Yeah.
A little bit, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. And then I also got Luigi's Mansion 3. I really liked Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a fantastic game. Also, like, just the graphics were good. There was, no load time. It was pretty amazing. And so I wanted to get Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yep.
Even though I haven't finished Luigi's Mansion 1.
Yeah, okay.
So,
those
are my two.
That's all right. All right, let me talk about, let me do all three of these together.
Okay.
These Atari games. So let me start with some of the ones that I got that I'm really happy about getting complete in box. The first one is Basic Programming. This one I got at Too Many Games. Box, manual, and most importantly, the overlays. And I was actually gifted the cartridge by Chris Roberts, and this one came with a different variant of the cartridge, so I have the two variants now, which is really nice. But I'm most excited about having the overlays, because this is I can't imagine playing it without the overlays. So I was really happy to get that complete in box. In addition to that, a surprise gift from a coworker. I had mentioned that I was buying some games that had Atari Force.
I would say it is the coworker's wife.
Coworker's wife.
Who got the gift. I want to give her the credit.
Okay, so we'll give her the credit. She saw that that I had these Atari Force magazines, and she said, well, he can't have just 2 and 3. We got to get him number 1. And so she went out and bought the complete in-box Defender, which comes with Atari Force Comic number 1. This is in beautiful condition. Gifted it to me, and now I want to go and get all of the 5 games complete in box. With the Atari Force, thing down here. So I think that's really great. So I'm really excited to have this. Thank you for the gift.
So that will be your top searches for our expos this year.
It has been, and I haven't been able to find anything.
Yeah.
And then, as far as new games, I picked one. There were several that I got this year, but I wanted to call out. Well, these are games I already had each of these games. This is a game I didn't have in my collection. Hero by Activision. I'm generally collecting the Activision carts when I see them. This is always at the top of many people's lists, and we found it at Too Many Games. I was with Retro Nonsense, and it was in a little case, and I said, I got to get this. So we threw together a bunch of stuff, and I grabbed this. Really happy to have this. I didn't get to try it out for 2 weeks. I was a little nervous about it now working, but it works beautifully.
And it was a really good deal.
It's in good shape. Yeah, it was a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
it was a pretty good deal. But yeah, so really happy about these Atari games. There's 3 of them there because so much of what I bought this year was Atari. All right, you want to do your last one?
Okay, and this is the Animal Crossing City Folk.
Yep.
Strategy guide.
Yeah.
I love Animal Crossing.
She loved it, yeah.
And you went to college without me. I can't actually remember.
I can't remember why I went without you. Was it one of the kids sick?
Yeah, no, I feel like they had something.
Had something?
Yeah.
All right.
They had an activity going
All
on.
right.
Anyway, and you brought this back for me
Yeah.
from your college expo, so that was sweet. And so now I have this.
Yeah. So 2020, I bet we're going to have another Animal Crossing themed best pickup in 2020. Let's see. We'll find out. All right, and then finally, I have 2 games here that I got at PRGE. These are probably the best heavy hitters I got in terms of retro games all year. I'll start with this one. Is a Sega Master System game. I always love getting Sega Master System games. Shadow Dancer, it's an import, it's a PAL game. And it's Shadow Dancer, it's one of the Shinobi games, so I love it. Really happy to grab this, and it's in great shape. So always enjoy getting Master System games. It's becoming more and more unusual.
Plus, we, had a good time singing You're My Shadow Dancer all weekend.
Singing what?
You're My Shadow Dancer, like Tina Turner, You're My Private Dancer.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was great. All right, and then the other one was Final Fight CD for Sega CD. I don't know what to say about this. I've been wanting this. It's been on my wish list for a long time. This is in nice shape. Really happy to finally have Final Fight CD in the collection.
The Honey Hole?
These are both the Honey Hole at PRGE.
Those were
good.
Some of your first pickups too.
Good times, yeah, good. Yeah, we hit the Honey Hole as soon as we could, and they always have great. You got to get them to them early. They've always got some great stuff. Okay, so that's I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we got tons of stuff. These are the noteworthy ones, I guess.
Top ones.
All right, so let's let's wrap this up and talk about the games we played.
Games we played. Wow, we actually played some.
Let's see. So I've got 3 here, and all of them, I think, are Cartridge Club.
Yeah,
you want to talk about them?
Sure.
One of them is Quicksave Club.
Oh, Quicksave.
The Quicksave Club was Monkey Island.
Monkey Island.
Monkey Island. Okay. So the other 2 were Cartridge Club games. Prime
games, yes. So I played... which
one
comes
do you want to do? Let's see. So
June?
This one came first.
March.
Oh, March
I played in March, which is kind of weird because March is a busy month for me, but What Remains of Edith Finch. That was a good, what do they call it? Do they call it a walking sim?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a walking sim.
But that was a really interesting game. It was good. It was short, but it was like, almost, I kind of want to say intense, but not like bad intense.
I had trouble putting it down.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to keep playing.
Yeah, so because it's a story, so you want to it's like reading a book. You want to keep going.
You want to keep going. It's a page turner.
Yes.
A figurative page turner. Okay.
So and then I also played Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, which was the June game of the month. I like watching you play the Uncharted games. Yeah. And I've always wanted to play it, and then it became a game of the month, and it was June. I'm like, I should totally play that, so I did.
And you totally did. Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it. All right, so big Cartridge Club. I also played, I had played Uncharted 2 previously.
Yes, so you didn't do that.
And there's some other previously games that we played. Did you? Oh, you hadn't played Chrono. You played Chrono Trigger.
I played Chrono Trigger, but I
it.
never finished it.
Yeah. So, okay. So then, I also played What Remains of Edith Finch and Monkey Island. And then earlier in February was Catherine on the PlayStation 3, which is, actually it's on both. I have it for the PS3. I bought it almost as soon as it came out because I was worried it was going to become like a niche product, and I wasn't going to be able to find it. Boy, was I wrong about that. But I played it, and I got to tell you, I finished that game out of spite.
Yeah.
I was really struggling with that game. It's not one of my favorites, but I did finish it. That was February. March was What Remains of Edith Finch. In May, Cartridge Club Shenmue, which we talked about. I played that, and I've played that twice, which I almost never do back to back. I played it on the Dreamcast, and then I wanted to set up my Xbox. I got Shenmue 1 and 2 on the Xbox One, and I wanted to set it up so I could play Shenmue 2 with my character. So I played it. I played the game all over again. I really felt like I wanted to play it for the first time on the Dreamcast. That was like a thing that you have to do. You have to play Shenmue on the Dreamcast. But then I played it again on the Xbox One, so I could go right into Shenmue 2. Of course, I took a break, and so I haven't gone back to Shenmue 2 yet. But And I'm really crossing my fingers that it'll come out. 3 will come out on the Xbox One, but if it doesn't, no big deal. Okay, so Uncharted 2 I played, that's another one. I played that years ago.
Yeah, you did.
Arkham City was one I wanted to play. Missed that. Chrono Trigger I played. Okay. I did play StarCraft partially, and I consider that I'm technically still in the middle of it. But every time I play that game, I lose steam during the Zerg campaign, and that's where I am again. This will be like the 4th time I've started it over and lost steam in the Zerg campaign. All right, bunch of games towards the end of the year I would have played, but it was always a busy time of year. And Knights of the Old Republic was the December game. I played that years ago.
Gosh, I remember that.
Speaking of, okay, so speaking of Cartridge Club in the Prime, I also played Nanostray. I mentioned that. I didn't finish that one, so that's not a beat. That's just a play. And then I did beat, the next month was October, was 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. That one they had voted on every year, I think in October for several years, and I vote for it every time. This year it finally came up, and I played it, and then I went and played it again. Yeah, so I actually did that twice. Yeah,
that's kind of rare for you.
I played it again on the PS4, which is a much better version, if you ask me. I had a lot more fun playing it on the PS4. So I played that, and then off Cartridge Club, I played Metroid Samus Returns. I think they must have played Metroid 2 the previous year, because I think they did it recently. I finally played that on the 3DS. And I also finally got through Gears of War 3.
Oh.
So, trying to make my way through the Gears of War. Gears of War 5 has come out. I still have to play Judgment. I still have to play 4. I still have to play 5. So, trying to slowly get the backlog. Obviously, we are not prolific game beaters. You completed 3 and I completed 6. Which for some people is what they'll do in a week or a month. So, if I can get a game done every other month, I guess it's pretty good. So, yeah, we had a lot of fun. I guess we were mostly playing games from the Cartridge Club. There are some good ones coming up in 2020, which I'm looking forward to.
We may have already played one of those.
Yeah. Did we? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. We could mention that, can't we?
Castle of Illusions.
we were on the podcast for Castle of Illusions.
But we got to mention that next year.
Yeah, we'll mention it again.
But you should listen to that anyway this year.
Yeah, you should listen to the Castle of Illusion Cartridge Club Prime. Yeah. All right, all I got here is a bunch of other numbers and stats.
Okay.
So, I don't know. You know, I think if we were to summarize 2019, and I tweeted this actually, there were all kinds of new games. 2019 was actually, I think, a pretty good year for new games. We weren't involved at all. Everything we played was retro or old. And we bought plenty of PS4. You mentioned some Switch, but we have tons of Xbox games we bought and PS4. I never got into them. They didn't make any of them. Didn't make it to the top of the pile. So I think we're kind of focusing on retro, at least for 2019.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes in 2020.
Yeah.
I know Animal Crossing is coming out, so I think you're going to be spending some time on that.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Anything else?
The kids can fend for themselves now, right?
Yeah, they're old enough.
They can make peanut butter and jelly.
They can figure out how to eat.
They can live on that for a while. There's water.
All right.
We're good. All right. So we'll see. All right. Well, if you enjoyed the video, like us and subscribe.